I said softly. His head shot up. You knew? No! I've got to go, he said. I've got sheep in the yards. And, turning, he hurried across the street to where his ute was parked. I sat in that sweltering little concrete courtyard, waiting for the onslaught of anguish and rage. It seemed slow in arriving, and eventually, probing my mental state as you probe a sore tooth with the tip of your tongue, I decided with some surprise that what I felt seemed largely to be relief. Returning to my desk, I looked at the building plans, decided that they may as well have been in Swahili for all the sense I could make of them, shut down my computer and left. I collected one small indignant child from daycare. It's not time to go home. I haven't had afternoon tea. And one from school. I want to go swimming. You never let me do anything I want. Then headed homewards up the valley between smooth, steep, grassy hills burnt a delicate form by the summer sun. Are we going to Nana's? Nathan asked as I swung up my parents' driveway 800 metres before our own. I'm just going to see if you can stay here for a little while this afternoon, I said. Why? Asked Lily. Oh, I just need to go down the farm with Dad, and it's so hot and sticky I thought you might rather not come. This was a fairly safe bet. The kids quite liked farming once they were out there, but they were invariably unwilling to go. Pulling up beneath the big oak tree beside the implement shed, I opened my door and said, I'll just run down and check whether Nana and Granddad are home. They weren't. Returning to the car, I found the children wrestling in the front passenger footwell. It's mine, Nathan. Mum, Nathan's got my daily diary and he won't give it back. She's not sharing, Nathan wailed, bursting into noisy tears. Back in your seats now, I shouted. 2 pairs of big brown eyes lifted to mine, widened, filled and overflowed. Oh, guys, come off it, I said tiredly. Jump in your seats and I'll buckle you back up. Aren't we staying with Nana? Nathan sobbed. She's not home. But I don't want to go down to the farm. It's too hot. I'm exhausted. Cheer up, sausage, I said. Let's see what we find when we get home. What we found at home was a very twitchy Dave pretending to read the paper at the kitchen table. Daddy, Lily cried, abandoning her school bag in the middle of the floor and throwing herself at him. Do we have to go down the farm? No, he said, pulling her onto his knee. Human shield, I thought sourly. How was school, Lily Billy? Shania and Paige went on a plane in the holidays and they had a TV in the front of their seats, and Shania said there was a whole channel just for Barbie movies, and... Nathan, don't lick the Marmite lid, I said sharply. Dropping it, he scurried across the kitchen to climb onto Dave's other knee. Oof, Dave said. Steady on there, Nath. Putting an arm around each of his offspring, he eyed me smugly over the top of Lily's head. At that point, the rage I'd been expecting arrived. It filled me from top to toe, scorching and electric. I could have wrestled a rabid gorilla in one, lifted a freight train, leapt tall buildings in a single bound. How dare the snivelling weasel sit there hiding behind his children? Would you guys like an ice block? I asked. Lily and Nathan bounded to their feet. Yes! I'll get them. I want orange. Dashing past me, they wrenched open the freezer door. You have to eat them outside, I said, smiling shark-like at my now unprotected husband. Within seconds, they'd vanished outside, ice blocks in hands, and were sitting cross-legged under the persimmon tree on the far side of the lawn. So, I said, leaning my elbows on the kitchen counter. Is she the love of your life, or was it some sort of brain explosion and you don't know what came over you? Dave gave a miserable, half-defiant shrug. Any comment? Anything at all? No? Oh, for God's sake, Jenny. I straightened with a jerk. Dave, it is not unreasonable for me to be pissed off about this. He picked at the side of his right thumbnail and said nothing, and the silence grew and spread between us. What are we going to tell the kids? I said, half to myself, looking out over the lawn to where Nathan was now hanging from a low branch by one hand and one knee, waving his ice block like a baton. What do you mean? Well, you're going to be moving out. They'll want to know why. Dave sighed heavily. Yes, all right, I've stuffed up, but there's no need to take it out on Nathan and Lil. How dare you? I said, whirling back to face him. How dare you imply I'd upset the kids just to get back at you? Of course I'm not going to tell them you've been fucking Tony Faulkner. I don't swear much, and I winced at the ugliness of the word as well as at the image it conjured up. Sorry, he said helplessly. I pressed my hands to my eyes.